Men don't approach women anymore. Let's talk about why. Day 17 of posting dating advice for single dads until I hit 10,000 followers. You have lost the courage to go and approach a woman in the wild because it can be a bit daunting to go and approach a stranger, introduce yourself, strike up a conversation. There could be rejection, dismissal, maybe even anger. It's uncomfortable to risk yourself by going up to a stranger, and you are very much out of practice. Do you remember in your 20s when the only way to meet someone was to go up to them and risk rejection and get rejected? Then brush yourself off and try again another day. So, get that courage out, because honestly, what have you got to lose except for a slightly dented ego? If you like this kind of thing, hit follow.
I tell guys, when you go approach a woman just because she's hot, you've made her the alpha. She's the decider now. And remember, she's got lots of men approaching her. She's the decider. You're not. You've made her the alpha, you're the beta. You know, all these red pill and pickup guys all think, I'm alpha. No, you're chasing her because you want her approval. You want her to say yes. You've just given her all the power. But what if you don't need that? What if you're just living this good life and then all these doors open around you and you notice women, smiling at you, walking in front of you a couple extra times unnecessarily, bending over when they put the plate on the table? What if you just start noticing all the doors that are open? Now, this is, dating, but this is life. You can go pound on closed doors all day long. That's a lot of work. I'm a big fan of walking through open doors. Choose a woman who chooses you.
It's almost the height of irony, really. Because if a person thinks about it, how exactly would some of these women, who claim that they despise all men, actually come to have any knowledge at all what constitutes manhood? Are they secretly obsessed? I think that might be the case, because if a person thinks about it, a person who says they despise an entire group of people, you would think, would spend the majority of their time trying to avoid that group of people. Yet a lot of these women can't seem to do anything but talk about men constantly, and make men the center of their personality, and make despising men their entire personality. So what exactly makes some of these women the experts on what constitutes a man? I think I would find that very interesting. And moreover, how would some of you have the audacity to actually insinuate that you know what makes a man a real man?
The delusion of the average woman has been culturally reinforced in a number of ways over the past 20 years. All of the most popular content geared toward women that has been produced in the last 2 decades reinforces this delusion. You see it in the Twilight series. You see it in the 50 Shades of Grey series, and many, many others. The formula for all of these narratives is functionally the same. A rather normal and unassuming woman, against all reason or expectation and through no real effort of her own, becomes the object of a handsome, wealthy, powerful, emotionally mysterious man's intense, obsessive desire. He is everything a woman could possibly want, and he not only simply lays it at her feet, he practically begs her to take it from him. For some reason, this top 0.00001% of a man has decided to forego all of the options that would be available to him and to focus exclusively on this average woman. And of course, this averageness is by design. The protagonist kind of has to be average so that the consumer, who is also average, can more easily project her identity onto the character and experience the fantasy.
The best way to get women, the way that I've gotten most of my over 300 bodies, is by friend zoning within my own social circle. Cold approaching women is a wildly ineffective way to pick them up unless you have 10 years of experience. Back in the day when I was going out 6 nights a week on top of bartending, I knew all of the in the Detroit EDM scene. Going out 6 nights a week to the same clubs, in the same scene, going to the same after hours, going to the same house parties, you just get to know everyone in that scene. From there, you just start friend zoning. Basically, you just don't show intent. You don't act like you want to them. You're just a funny dude that's always around, kind of good looking, and you're not creepy, and you're not hitting on anyone. Part of the reason why I'm not hitting on any of the in the scene is because I already got a girl with me. You do that, the next Wednesday, you come around with no girl, all those girls that you have not shown intent to, they're all wondering why you haven't shown intent to them yet. This is how you just start plucking hoes that show the most compliance. This is how I got most of my bodies.
So my baby daddy is single, and no, he is not ready to mingle, so do not go hit him up. If he wants to talk to you, I promise he will. Okay. Whoever the next eligible bachelorette may be, regardless of who you are, that as long as you know your place when it comes to my child, I don't know my place when it comes to your man, Pookie. Okay, bye.
Girl, you need to take this down and just send this video to that man. Because if you do that, one of two things are going to happen. One, he's going to find this super attractive. He's not over you. You guys are just going to end up getting back together. Or two, that man, he knows that he's in a toxic cycle with you and he exited himself. He is not getting pulled back into it. And in that case, this will probably serve as an aha moment. He will realize that you are going to continue to wreak havoc in his life through the child, which I believe is how most toxic baby mamas start off. They will have their claws in you and will never want to let you go. They could have a whole nother man, a whole nother family, and they still are trying to control you. So men, smarten up to this and set those boundaries super early on after you split.
I hate to break it to all the women, but if a hot girl walks by, he's gonna look at her. He actually can't help but to look at her. Her hotness just like draws him in and makes him turn his head. When this happens, you will not berate him or yell at him or get angry or crabby or anything with him. Instead, what you need to do is just acknowledge in your own head that it happened and keep on walking. Just because he notices some girl is hot doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. He does love you. That's why he's with you, but it doesn't mean he's not going to notice another woman's beauty. Or you could also just be like me and you could point out all the hot girls, because let's be serious, women are checking out women way more than they're checking out men, so we know who all the hot girls in the room are too. Anyway, this is just part of life and part of relationships, and we all need to deal with it. And here is my kid's baseball game.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's your body count?
My body count?
Yeah.
I'd rather not share that on the internet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. I knew you were going to say that. There's a reason why you don't want to disclose that.
Yes, because I have free will and I can say what I want. Thank you.
No, sure. But let's actually peel the layer back, right?
Okay.
The reason why you don't want to disclose it, as well as women in general don't want to disclose that, because women understand that their sexuality defines their value in the dating marketplace. Women instinctually know that their body count directly affects, and their past promiscuity directly affects their ability to find a suitor in the future, right? So when people use a term like, which is a pejorative term, that's attributed to women because you guys care about your body count because that limits your ability to find a man. But for us, the more partners we have, typically the more value we have, because as a man, for you to be able to get a lot of sex, you have to bring something to the table. Men that have a lot of women
I think
typically have some kind of money, some status, they're charming, they have something.
Can I speak?
Well, I'm finishing my point to answer your question. So men have to bring something to the table to be promiscuous. Women don't. So that's why it's not respected.
If a man not giving you a chain like this, he don't love you. He don't love you. He don't love you.
Paris. Paris, Uncle Mama loved me, but he didn't give me a chain like that.
He don't love you. He don't love you.
Paris.
He don't love you. He don't love you. He don't love you. He don't.
Take this bitch's kids away.
And then you wonder why there's so many children that grow up to become hoes. They're selling their, they're doing the most abrasive with their lives. And it's all because of their single mothers promoting sexuality, probably sucking right next to their kids. A lot of yous do that. As the man said, take that bitch's kids away. It's so easy. Even a caveman can do it.
What's your body count?
My body count? I'd say like under 5.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, there's a couple situations in which like I don't feel like they count. For example, like if I meet a fan and we decide to do content, I don't consider that part of body count. If I go on a girls trip, whatever happens in that girls trip, I feel like that doesn't count as a body count.
So if you get drunk, 5 guy,
didn't happen. It doesn't count because it just doesn't. I feel like the only times I consider body count is when I'm like invested in what I'm doing and like in an emotional way.
So if you met the man of your dreams right now and he wants to spend the rest of his life with you and he says, I just have to ask you one question, just be honest, it doesn't matter. What's your body count? What would you say?
I would be honest. I would say under 5.
Does that diminish a woman's value in your view to be promiscuous and to build up that body count like a man?
I'll say to you this way. Somebody comes in for a job interview.
Yeah.
And in the last 5 years, they've had 20 jobs. How do you look at them?
It's a problem.
It's a problem. Somebody
Something's
comes
wrong.
for a job interview and they're 32 years old And from 22 till 32, they've worked at 2 companies. How do you look at them?
Yeah, positive.
Positive. No matter who you work with, no matter what company you go to, there's going to be conflict. The fact that this person was able to stay at 2 companies for 12 years tells me they're mentally tough, they're emotionally tough, they don't jump to conclusions. The same exact way we don't like to see people with too many jobs on their resume, we don't like to see too many boyfriends and body count on the resume for women.
Once again, when modern women get online, this is what I'm saying. You guys be talking and you don't know what you're talking about. The stuff that men be... Men be telling y'all why they're not doing stuff. And y'all go right past it. And you're like, well, it doesn't really even matter. I mean, it's just your ego talking. Are you going to listen to their concerns and validate their concerns and work with them because you said that you were looking for a partner? You're going to work with them to mitigate those issues? Or are you just going to continue to gloss over? Are you going to continue to ignore them? Keep on talking stupid like I choose the bear, or my friend over here would do this and my dog would do that and all this other nonsense. Are you going to keep on talking about that? Or are you going to figure out, hey, maybe it is time for me to start working with a man. I want to be around him. I want the attention of a man. Maybe I should start listening to what a man wants. And maybe I can get him to listen to me. What a concept.
4 ways women lose a good man and how you can avoid it. Pay attention. Let's get into it, ladies. Men, correct me if I'm wrong. Taking them for granted. A man been so good to you for so long, you no longer see the value in them. The value in how they treat you. Not communicating well or effectively. Like expecting men to read our minds and getting mad when they can't. Being dismissive about how you make him feel, or being overly defensive in response to how he feels. Basically, not liking being held accountable for your actions and how you've made that man feel. Last but not least, being selfish and unwilling to compromise.
Scenario time, and this is your boss's daughter. So you've been at this job for 3 years. You've seen your boss's daughter a couple times. She's interested in you. She tells you, let's go on a date. You go on a date with her. You and her get a little tipsy, and you end up smashing. Everything is going good so far. But you find out that her dad is the leader of the Mexican cartel. Before I continue, this is how the daughter looks.
You can look all around the world, you gon' find no none of me, babe. Cut this shit like gravy. God took his time when he made me. I need you up under me, babe. How you gon' pin my legs to the wall, then turn around, call me crazy? Pretty in the face.
Now her dad walks into work one day and says, yo, I love my daughter so much, I will kill anybody who gets my daughter pregnant. Later on that week, she calls your phone. She's panicking. He says, babe, I just took a pregnancy test and I'm pregnant. Now you leave work early that day, take her to the hospital to make sure she really is pregnant. And she's 6 weeks. She says she doesn't believe in and she says she's gonna keep it. But she doesn't know what her dad said. He only told you that. So are you gonna leave the job, disappear and leave her hanging to raise the kid by herself? Or are you gonna let her know what her dad said and try to figure out a way for you and her to disappear and leave the country? And no, you can't go to the police because the police are on payroll from the father. Write in the comments what you gonna do. And Instagram did an update. You can put personal photos inside the comment section. So make this funny.
Why is it that average women don't want to get with average men? Which I have said, and I'm on record as saying that is the number one problem for everything, for anything, any gender divide, any gender issue for today can be distilled down to one root. Average women don't want to get with average guys. Simple as that. Average women have been raised for the last 4 generations of women have been raised to believe that they are entitled to, they deserve no less than a higher value man than they themselves see themselves as. And remember, how many times have we talked about how women have inflated egos and have inflated their own sense of value? All you got to do is watch whatever podcast for a quick example of that, right? Women all think they're 10s. Unless they're really super hot, and then they have a more realistic idea of like where they really are. Yeah. I love that.
They're conservative always.
It's funny because we on Access Vegas, well, it's funny, especially around January when they start having the auditions for like the bottle girls and the waitresses and stuff like that who work at the pools, like at Cirque and Wet Republic and stuff like that. They are like, you ever come to Vegas? I'm just going to tell you this like right now. If you want to see where the hot chicks are, they're not going to you, but because they work there, they're atmosphere models and stuff too. But the bottle girls and the girls who are like truly like nines on the Tomasi scale, 9s, 9.5s, right? You're going to find them at Cirque. You're going to find them at the pool. You're going to at Tao Beach Club. You're going to find them at Live. You're going to find them at, I guess maybe the Sahara's pool. You'll find them at Bel Air. You'll find them at Durango pool, right? Those chicks right there, they know where they rank because they had to get those jobs with women who are pretty close in rank to where they were, right? So if a chick who says, I'm an 8.5, and you go, my God, you're a 10.
You would be one of the women in the UK who would be defending the gang.
Go ahead and say something else negative. You look really good right now. You try to project me as a crazy person. You're actually projecting.
What is she actually doing that's crazy?
Yeah. It's her superiority complex. Oh. She has a really big one. She puts herself on a pedestal.
Absolutely. Shouldn't empowered women do that?
Yeah, don't you want me to be empowered?
Shouldn't empowered women put themselves on a pedestal?
I came in here with good vibes,
I didn't say that.
I mean, as soon as you started putting me down, I totally changed my perspective.
You should be empowered, but not me.
When I came in here, I had good feelings.
That's because I'm challenging your and I'm proving and demonstrating to the whole world.
And I'm challenging your.
What?
Jesus wants to be left alone. Do you know that?
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to look at you in the eyes and tell you. Jesus really wants everyone to leave him alone. My subconscious, I did that hypnosis session and I received inspiration.
A demon.
Yes.
Hypnosis is actually like backed.
You think Jesus and the husband are talking to her and that I'm the one who's irrational?
You guys.
Masculine man because masculine men pay for women. No, you're a bitch. You're a bitch. Sorry to break it to you. Bitch when you pay for sex. You're a man when you pay for a family. It's that simple. The man that pays for a family and is a provider, he is super masculine. What he's doing is selecting a very loyal woman who is very dedicated and very loving to him, who is raising his kids in a way that he's proud of. As a result of all of her good behavior and all of her great traits and her loyalty, paying for escorts and sugar babies and gold diggers, it makes you a bitch. A pathetic man is a man that will choose a woman and provide for her because she gives him, provide for her because she gives him validation, provide for her because he's attracted to her. She's not loving to him, she's not loyal to him, she's not respectful to him, she's talking to her ex. Ask yourself, what are you paying for? It kills your masculinity as a man when you provide for women who don't love you.
If you are in a relationship right now, stay in your relationship. The dating market is exactly like the job market. Nobody is leaving their job because nobody is hiring. Do not leave your relationship. I've been single for literally an entire year and I'm aggressively dating. I'm on Tinder, I'm on Hinge, I'm on Bumble, I'm on Match, I'm on Seeking. I just paid $150 for a speed dating event, aggressively dating, and I'm still single. It is cold and it is lonely out here and there are not enough men. So if you are in a relationship, stay exactly where you are. Don't come out of the house. Work it out. Fix it. Whatever it is.
The fundamental ingredient of a simp is that they empower women financially who have no love and respect for them. Now, why they do them? They think that the only way to get a woman's attention and the only way to get her to submit and respect you in any way, shape or form is if you buy that submission or if you buy that love or if you buy that attraction. So what they'll deliberately do is look for women whose problems they can solve financially. And they think that, okay, even though I know she's not attracted to me, at least I know she's going to text me every time she needs some money in her cash app. Or at least I know that her birthday's coming up, so she's going to text me. So instead of seeing that as ridiculous, they actually see that as something to look forward to. They actually want that day to come around so that they can finally get a text and then finally get, oh, I'm so sorry, I've been so busy and I've been working on my trauma and that's why I just didn't reply to your message. But, you know, it's my birthday next week and I'm so sad. I just wish someone could pay my rent. And they'll run up and do it.
When you leave selection up to women, they typically screen for the traits that aren't good for their long-term security.
Yeah.
For example, girls, when they're hot and have the high market value, they typically want the bad boy. The bad boy, however, is not going to be a good long-term partner. Bad boy comes in, has her, uses her, creates emotional trauma, leaves her worse off than when you met her.
Yeah.
She goes and meets another bad boy. This happens again and again and again.
Scammer, drug dealer.
Exactly. It's not until she's lost a significant amount of her value at 30 years old plus that she wakes up and realizes, I need to find a guy that I can consolidate on that actually has some kind of security. But by then, her value's dropped off so precipitously that any guy that, has value is not going to want to go ahead and do this exchange, because this exchange puts him at a negative area. So that's where women end up in this weird catch-22 situation where they're not able to get the man that they want anymore. And that, my friends, is the life of a modern woman a lot of the times. Cooked.
And the guy that would have been good for her, the lame in the square, ends up being last choice after they've been ran through.
The three major Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, all practice arranged marriages to some degree. Why is that? Because they knew, and even other cultures, they knew that arranged marriages are the way to keep your daughter her own life up.
My girl's body count is 5 before me. Red flag. She's only been with 5 guys. No, that's not a red flag. That's not many. Firstly, you shouldn't know what her body count is at all. You shouldn't ask. She shouldn't have told you. That's just totally immature, all of it. Don't ask people their body count, guys. Don't tell people your body count. That's private information. And 5, no, that's nothing. I've helped women achieve 10 out of 10s who've slept with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guys. And they're in 10 out of 10 relationships and have been for years, and it's totally beautiful. It doesn't matter. Shut up about it. Body counts. If you need more help, guys, book in a call. I want to help as many people as I can achieve a 10 out of 10. I want to help you achieve a 10 out of 10 too.
The one thing about me, I ain't gonna beg you to get your together. I ain't gonna beg you to do right, and I ain't gonna beg you to stay. I'm gonna simply get my move on. One thing I ain't gonna do is waste my time with another. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be out here dating, and you ain't got no intention to do right. So stay your away from me. I don't know who hurt you back then and all that, but I'm not the person that did it. So don't come over here with all this extra trying to me over just because you got hurt. Take your hurt back over there and finish that with them. You know what I'm saying? And when you heal up, still don't come over here because you're still not healed yet.
Like Rollo Tomasi was saying, these modern women, you're an average woman. You're average, and that's okay. Well, I can't be with no average man. That's your counterpart. That's who you match up with. I don't get what's so bad about that. Well, they don't do this, they don't do that, they don't do that, and I ain't gonna settle. So you don't think that there's some things that the man has to put up with you? Like some modern women think that they're perfect. You have some glaring weaknesses that most men, especially the men in the higher echelon, would not even think twice about putting up with. They're not going to put up with it. Y'all, I'm telling you, modern women, when y'all start going to these men, you're way out of your depth. Y'all can't hold y'all be thinking because y'all done been to school and y'all done sat up there and was a TA, and you talk to the professor every single day, that you can hold a candle to these men and get out there and these men run circles around you. And these men didn't even go to college to get educated. It's just that they've been doing whatever they've been doing for so long that they've gotten proficient at it. They've gotten efficient at it. And they're now educated on it. And they got people that have gone to school to get an education, talking to them all day. Been doing it for years. But you think because you got a bachelor's degree that you can hang with them. You can't. You can't. It's best that you stay where you belong. Maybe unfortunately for you and your ego, but it's best for you to go back to where you came from.
Proverbs 21:9, better to live on the corner of the roof. Do you know what they put on their roofs 3,000 years ago? Animal dung. Better to sleep in the manure than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Listen, young single men, when you're dating, watch this. You need to pay attention. Is the girl that you're dating, is she naturally submissive to the God-given authority structures in her life? To healthy authority? Is she natural? Does she honor her parents? the God-given authority at her work, does she naturally honor and submit to those authorities? Because if she's real quarrelsome and she has this attitude of nobody tells me what to do, nobody's in control of me, I follow the Spirit of God. This is what Christian manipulative girls do. I don't follow you, I follow the Spirit of God, okay? Now, yes, we always Jesus above human authorities, but in healthy situations, the Spirit of God will lead you to submit to the authority structures God's put in place. And if she's got a quarrelsome spirit, watch out, because someday you become the authority structure and she's going to do that to you. So this is what it's saying right here. Let me read another verse. Proverbs 21:19. Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. Better and have your eyes plucked out of your eye sockets by buzzards. Bible verse. Than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife.
After 30, that's when a woman starts thinking. Because,
So before 30, Jololo, hapana chini.
yes, she's not thinking. Why?
Okay.
Because she's getting free attention. She's getting, she's living life on easy mode, right? Because men are still paying attention to her. But now when you get to 30, you're old.
No one
They are
is
now
paying
looking at the young. Yes. They are now looking at the younger women. And now she has to think.
So now I have to think.
Yes. That's when they start thinking.
Okay, so women before 30 don't think much.
From how do you say it? Okay, preschool years, 4 or 5 years, right? You'd see this little girl. She's very intelligent. Yes, she goes on up to age 16. She's very intelligent, more intelligent than the boys, right?
Okay.
16, what happens? I think that's when you'd say puberty actually starts. The breasts start developing, the hips, the buttocks. Men start paying attention to her. She goes, the brain goes, stops functioning. 16 up to what? And then after 30, she gets
come back.
They come back.
Men are simple, women are complicated. Let me tell you how to treat a woman, how to treat your wife. You'll stay married for 100 years. Wine her, dine her, call her, hold her, surprise her, compliment her, smile at her, listen to her, laugh with her, cry with her, romance her, encourage her, believe in her, pray with her, pray for her, cuddle with her, shop with her, give her jewelry, buy her flowers, hold her hand, write love letters to her, go to the ends of the earth and back again for her. How to treat a man. Show up naked, bring chicken wings, don't block the TV.
Unpopular opinion, but being a man in today's world might actually be one of the hardest jobs on the planet. And here's why. So check this out. Women say they want sensitivity, but not too much sensitivity. Share your emotions, but don't you dare share too many or suddenly you are weak. They say be a good leader, but in the same breath, I'm not following you anywhere because I'm Miss Independent. How does that even work? They want strength with just the right amount of vulnerability, honesty, but not so honest that it points out their flaws, because then you are the bad guy. They expect you to read their mind, but if you assume what they're thinking, you're wrong. Be financially stable, but also have endless free time to give all your attention to me, because doesn't financial stability take time to build? When you hear these requests out loud, you realize how much they contradict each other. Sounds confusing, right? But imagine being the man who's expected to figure all of this out. So here's the question. Do men really have it easier? Or are we just not being honest about how impossible these expectations really are? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I know this one is going to spark a debate.
Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you.
Oh my gosh, this is such rage bait for men because he's literally right there. You don't need to look for another man or hope for another man to look at you that way. He's right there, and most likely, absolutely, he's in your friend zone because he's looking at you like that, and you're either not registering it or you're just completely in denial and you don't want him for whatever reason. But in the end all, this is what is so frustrating for so many good men out there that put in effort towards women, and then she'll actually turn around and say, I just want to find a man just like you. Like, he's right there. I have a TikTok going a little viral right now because it ended up triggering a whole group of women. Essentially what I said is that there are women that will leave their marriage simply because she isn't happy. Yet men will tolerate years of disrespect in order to maintain the commitment that he made to that marriage. For those of you that get it, you either one, have experienced this yourself, or you've witnessed very closely somebody that has gone through it. 2, you understand that this is not always the case across the board, but you understand that it does happen, so it can be validating to those that have experienced it. Number 3, somewhere in the last 5 videos that you just swiped up on, you saw a video that a man was being blamed for whatever it was in the relationship, that it was his fault. At least one of them is giving a woman's perspective on relationships or dating. And lastly, 4, how many videos do you see out there where a woman is getting a divorce or she's thinking about getting a divorce simply because she's not happy? It's happening, ladies. It's happening.
I think children need to be led. I think pets need to be led. Women are adults. If you are a man who's chosen to be in a relationship with another adult, you guys are partners. Nobody needs to lead anybody. I think whoever is the best at a certain thing should probably be in charge of that thing. If my girl is an accountant and she went to school for like business and she's super duper good with finances, should I lead, quote unquote, in finances just because I have a I don't think tasks should be assigned to us based on genitals. I think tasks should be assigned to us based on who is the most qualified and who does that task the most proficiently. Because we clearly have people that don't adhere to all of the set gender roles that society has for us. And instead of saying, hey, what works for us? People just go, well, neither of us are following the rules to a T. Then things go to moral of the story, nobody needs to lead. You're 2 adults and your partners. Go off of whoever is best at doing a thing.
If I'm messing with you, that's just like your wife, right? Regardless of how you look at it, even in a situation, you still end up giving up some money to your wife for the coochie.
Yeah, that's my wife. That's my whole wife.
But I'm saying though, if I'm dating you and I fall in a category where I need your help, if I ain't never came to you and I get it and I come to you, that means 9 times out of 10, you probably my last result for me. I don't know about any other females.
New job should be your last result. Overtime should be your last result. Deadbeat daddy should be your last result.
That ugly money.
Oops, that's your mama fault because she ran him out.
That ugly money.
That should be your last result.
That ugly money.
Not a nigga that you fuck on Tuesday. Not all of a sudden on Wednesday your car tires. There's a whole bunch of last results that you should get damn hit before you hit the you smashed 24 hours ago.
That ugly money.
Thank you, Mr. Royal. Thank you, Mr. Royal.
That ugly.
Quit your job and get rich. Hey, look, if you're working a job that you hate, you've been working 40 hours a week for $40,000 for 40 years so you can retire broke. I got a way that you can make up to $10,000 to $20,000 per month with your social media with your phone. All you got to do is comment the word content below and pick up my online 4 to 5 figure Ugly Money University course and let me show you how I did it so you can do it for yourself. It is so easy that a kid can do it. My daughter actually does it for me. So tap in, comment the word content, and I'll see y'all on the other side because who really want to keep working that damn job?
And Lauren was once again hit the nail on the head. Modern women say a whole bunch of stuff that's contradictory, and they just throw it into just throw it into space. And a real man would take it and would figure it out. Correct. A man will take it and figure it out. But a lot of times, the response and the solution that a man gives you, you don't want it. When a man says, okay, in order for me to do that for you, here's your piece of the puzzle. Here's what I need you to do. In order for me to help you, in order for me to be who you want me to be, all that you want me to be, here's what I need you to do for me. And then all of a sudden, I'm not a real man. Because a real man would have never asked for that. A real man would have just known how to do it. A real man would have just figured it out. A real man wouldn't have needed X, Y, and Z in order to do whatever he's doing. I need a real man. I need an alpha man to just take charge.
Imagine being an average man. Now, I want you to let that thought sink in for a second, because I know a couple of people are thinking, oh, I'm saying not that deep. It's peak. So peak. So you need to think, average men to most women are completely invisible. Like, they just Marco, Polo, Marco. And by average man, I just mean like, look, you're 6, 7 out of 10 looks, average height, maybe even a bit smaller, you know, average jobbish type of vibe. Like, you don't really have too much standout features going for yourself. But what's the peakest bit though, is women are completely different, in my opinion. Imagine a meaty thing, what, 5, 6, 7 out of 10, she could slap on makeup, she's good to go. Or the other way around, a woman can have no qualities, but then just be good looking, good to go, same type of vibe. Men don't get that privilege, so go work on yourself, go.
A man with money is expected to share, but a woman with money is told she doesn't need a man. Same income, totally different rules. Let me explain before you get mad. In our culture, men are taught from day one that if they're not earning, they're failing. If they can't provide, they're not real men. If they don't pick up the check, they're broke or stingy. A man's value is often reduced to his financial output. Now flip the script. When women become successful, we don't expect them to carry anybody. In fact, we celebrate it as a form of freedom. Yes, queen, you're independent. She doesn't need a man. He's expected to provide, but she's expected to escape. Because if we really want partnership, then we need to stop placing all the financial burden on one side, while celebrating freedom on the other.
I'm seeing some clips where black women are telling other black women how to treat a white man, because black men don't treat us well. But also, white men aren't going to put up with the same BS that we put black men through. You gotta be nice, feminine, all that kind of shit. I see black men saying black women aren't worth protecting and providing for because black women don't treat them well. Though they will provide and protect women of other countries, other races, specifically white women, because those women know how to treat a man. So it seems like the consensus among the black population, treat each other like you're white. Black ladies treat the black man like he's a white man. Black men treat the black woman like she's a white woman. Everything will be okay. This is what I'm hearing. But then I guess you have to act like that too. Treat them like they're white. Also act like you're white. Do the things that makes them want to be with a white person. Ladies, be soft and feminine. Men, be gentlemen and pay them bills. You're both seeking traditionalism that didn't quite exist in the black U.S. community, but existed in theirs. If you learn your history, this is what we're doing. All right. But what do you guys think?
I want to hear what women want.
We want a man who acts like a man, who's manly, who takes care of things. Leader. Who I don't need you to kill an alligator with your hands, but I need to feel so feminine around you because you are so masculine that I can turn my brain off because I know you've got it. Yeah. I trust you. I trust your intellect. I trust your character. I trust that I can close my eyes and follow you blindly and I'm going to be happy about where I end up. You tell me where we're going and we're all set. We live in a time of new age feminism and this whole idea that women and men need to be the same and they need to compete and it's all from the enemy. It's all lies.
So I think that a lot of women be thinking that they be doing men favors, right? So have you ever heard a woman say, oh yeah, girl, I just settled for him. He wasn't even my type. Let me tell you something about men. Men don't want y'all favors, right? And the worst thing that you can do to a man that they just really don't like is sit up there and act like you settled for this man. Because the man coming in your life and making your life better by helping to pay bills, by being there for you emotionally, by supporting you, all these things that you expect a man to do, he's also adding value to your life. So how dare you say that, oh, I just settled for him? No, leave him alone. Let him find a woman that will value him, and then you go be with somebody else that may be settling for you. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to get yourselves together.
If men should pay for dates, what should women do? If men should be chivalrous, what should women do?
Be ladies.
But you've already disqualified. You cannot definitionally be a lady if you're a worker.
Exactly.
So I guess beyond being a worker, if we can say men should do these things, what can we say women should do?
Treat you with kindness and respect and love.
But I'm looking for something that is unique to women. So for example, when you say men should pay for first dates, men should be chivalrous, men should provide, protect, that's one direction. That's going from men to women. But so again, the question is, and I'm getting crickets here, what should women uniquely do? Checkmate. Nothing. Come on.
There's a Jordan Peterson video. He's talking about how like the porn's gonna come down the pipelines and it's gonna be so crazy or whatever. Tell me this doesn't sound like an ad for it.
We haven't seen anything on the pornography front compared to what's going to be coming down with the advent of AI. Imagine a sign-up service where you can talk to a very attractive young woman, and she's a AI. She can be as attractive as you want her to be and tuned exactly to your preferences. There's already a service offering this, by the way, especially if you're lonesome and isolated. That might be the best friend you've ever had, and certainly the most attractive person you've ever talked to. For your subscription fee, you can talk to the woman nude, and then the whole avenue of display is open to you.
And what's the downside here?
You've never seen anything like this. Like you wouldn't believe.
No back talk, not needy or anything. It's perfect. She's so hot, people said they didn't make a girl that hot, but I've seen it with my own 2 eyes.
I will say though, I have not cooked for a man since 2010.
What you tell him? You don't know how to cook?
No, I tell him I don't cook for men.
What has been their response for that?
With a man that I never.
You said it right. You had a child with a that you didn't cook for. You said it right.
I have not cooked for a man since 2010, and I'll tell him I don't cook for men.
And what's their response to that?
Nothing. I think they're usually so shocked to hear a woman say that. What can you say?
Yeah.
What do you say? And you know they try to. Oh, I know you like to cook. I love.
Me too.
We can, but I don't cook.
Yeah,
for men.
it's not happening.
Period.
Yeah.
And this is your opportunity now. You can leave, or you can stay.
Who been cooking for you before you met me? Whoever been cooking for you before you met me?
I can see that you eat very well. I don't cook for men. I don't. I'm sorry. It's no amount of money, no amount of bills you're paying. I don't.
I am 30-something years old.
And I'm 30-something, and the reason I pop my balloon is because she's 30-something, and if we're on here telling our age, I'm gonna need to know the age, respectfully.
That's right. I want a rich. When I said rich too, a lot of the guys pop rich in soul, rich in your whole person, rich in personality. When women say, "Oh, I want a rich man," they automatically, "Oh, she was gold digger."
So rich, right? When you say it in that aspect, I give every man here the notion of looking for that. You feel me? You would have just elaborated on that. I think a lot of men would have actually kept their balloon because they got a lot of rich in their soul.
We went on a date right now. Where would you take me?
McDonald's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. Okay, that's okay. At least you admit it.
Have kids?
4 kids.
That's too many. You need a rich nigga for real.
No, I don't. I take care of everything by myself.
Don't you up. Start texting that woman because you miss her. Don't nobody give a that it's Thanksgiving. Don't nobody give a that it's Christmas. Don't nobody give a that it's Black Friday and the holidays, and she don't give a about you. Don't you text her. Don't you reach out to her, and stop all that right now, fellas. Do not reach out to that woman. Stand firm, stand strong, move on with your life because she's not thinking about you or spending the holidays with you. Don't use this as a moment to where you think you're gonna be able to slip back in, get in this woman's good graces, and y'all gonna start all over again because you're delusional as a mother if you think that's gonna happen. That. Move on with your life, stay strong. Don't you reach out to that woman. Happy holidays.
So today we have why body count matters. A bit of a controversial one, but with no further ado, let's just jump right into it. This is aside from the obvious point that no one wants a ran through woman. No one wants to lay their head at night knowing that their girl had 100 inside of her. And if you do, you don't. Sorry. So this is aside from that. The burden of comparison. This is the main reason why body count matters. Because say a woman is with her first man. That man slept with her for the first time, whatever it may be. She sleeps with the second man. She's going to compare that second man to the first man. So the more men a woman sleeps with, the more men she's going to compare to the new guy. Which in turn means the new guy will never be enough because she's going to select things from each of those men that she liked to build this perfect man in her head, which doesn't truly really exist. So when a woman has slept with too many men, she now is at the burden of comparison to where she's always going to compare the new guys that she's talking to with all of the previous guys that she's been with. And then naturally what ends up happening is the one that she actually wishes she had, she can never have. So every new guy she talks to, there's always that one guy in the back of her head that she's like, he was the one. He's the one I wish worked out. So now you can see why body count matters and why guys want a lower body count. Because they are not with a woman that is going to compare them to every previous man that they've been with. So why body count matters? If you don't think it matters, it's probably because you have too many bodies. Hate to break it to you. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk today, and I'll see you at the same time again tomorrow.
And the guy was talking about, men don't really get the privilege of, looking good and not really bringing a whole lot to the table, right? Not a lot, right? A lot of men, honestly, truly, even if you look good, they're still going to expect you to bring something to the table, right? Whether the level, I think the percentage of what you bring to the table might be less because you look good. But, if you look good and you have this, then we're good, right? You're going to have to bring something. These modern women have really honestly and truly gotten out of hand. They've gotten out of hand with their expectations. They've gotten out of hand. I mean, my God, these modern women, they get on websites and dating apps like Raya, and they be like, man, none of these, I see celebrities and I see professional athletes, and they're not even trying to hit me up. Why? And they look at the bios and stuff like, oh, well, he does this show, he does this TV show. I think there was one guy, he looked good. He looked relatively good, and he was a doctor or something like that. And the woman was like, is that it? He was a doctor. She was talking about, is that it?